Hey guys, welcome to Beck's Life. I'm Beck, and today we're going to be talking about a spring reset. Our bodies and our world have natural rhythms. Learning to embrace the natural rhythms in life leads to increases in all the good stuff, like better sleep, health, and mindset. While we can always turn over a new proverbial leaf and switch things up any time, spring is a natural time of rebirth and change, so just lean into it. What have you been wanting to do? Is there a business or a YouTube channel, perhaps, that you want to start? Is there a closet you want to clean out? Is there a habit you'd like to adopt? Is there something or someone you'd like to remove? Use the natural momentum of springtime to help get you started and keep you going. Change is difficult. Even if it's good change and or change of our own choosing, the human brain is wired to find something that works and keep doing it. It is a survival technique that was quite useful when we were actually fighting to survive in the wilderness, but I don't think very many of us are still living that way. Habits are very hard to break, and change is difficult to accomplish because our brains like to conserve energy and automate whenever possible. But, like most things, changing is also like a muscle. It can be strengthened. The more you break out of patterns no longer serving you, the more that, in and of itself, becomes a habit, and it gets easier with time. Our bodies, like nature, like to rest in winter. Then, when spring rises up, we naturally start to awaken and crave change. While this is subtle, it can be a powerful tool that we can use to our benefit. Spring can be inspiring. Every year, in fact, it inspires me to stock up on tissues. But seriously, even allergies are a symbol of how much is changing all around us. That pollen is not coming from nowhere. We are creatures of not only habit, but also of community and belonging. Again, a great survival technique before packages of food could be delivered to our doorstep in less than 24 hours. This wanting to belong, to be part of a group, to do what everyone else is doing, is also something that can be harnessed to help us. While I definitely do not promote not being your individual beautiful self, any little hack that is in your brain that we can use to help with individual wants and needs is fine by me. Why fight it when, we can just use it to our advantage? So as we see nature clearing out the dead spots and making way for new growth, let's follow suit. This is why spring became synonymous with cleaning. Ever hear of spring cleaning? Yeah, exactly. It's an extremely common phrase. So get rid of all the stuff you're not using, like last year's magazines or last decade's magazines. Take this time to clear away the dead stuff in life so you can make room for the new that life is bringing. I'm not talking about more useless stuff. I'm talking about the time, peace, and serenity that can come your way when there isn't a bunch of clutter in your life. Take a second. Imagine the worst space in your home. Is it a closet, a garage, an attic, a drawer? Now, imagine how amazing it would feel to walk into it or open it and not feel that overwhelm, but feel peace. Clearing out not only things, but ideologies like limiting beliefs, a scarcity mindset, not feeling good enough, and fear of failure or the unknown is also a natural occurrence during a time of change and rebirth. Start whatever it is you've been wanting to do. If you want to start dating again or go back to college, then do it. If you want to start a business or write that book you've been dreaming about, then do it. If you want to move to France and live off cheese, bread, and wine, or start a garden in your yard or on your windowsill, then do it. Just start. Start small if you have to, but start. One of my favorite quotes is, "Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." This quote by Mary Ann Williamson is so true in my own life, and I know it has to be true in a lot of yours too. We name our fear of failure, but really what we're afraid of is that we will go beyond everybody else around us, that we will rise to the next level. That is where the yearning to belong can stifle us a little bit. Wanting to fit in is not the way to become your best individual self. People want to fit in so badly that anyone who strays from what the norm is seen as crazy, irresponsible, silly, immature, flighty, or worse. We don't do some of the things that would give us new life because of other people's judgments, whether those judgments are real or perceived. People call me crazy because I'm a minimalist. They've been doing it for so many years that I've just become immune. I've also been called a terrible parent for quote-unquote depriving my kids. Once a close family member even told me to my face that I was being downright abusive because I didn't buy my kids a ton of toys and useless stuff. The kicker is that once most of them saw how much more calm and content I was, how much more money and experiences I had, how much I actually gained through the process, they came back asking questions and making changes themselves. People's opinions no longer matter to me now because I am doing what I want to do in life. It feels good. And that, my friends, is something I never want to be without again. Take a walk. Look at the tulips, the buds on the trees, the bees buzzing, and the bunnies hopping through your yard or park. Embrace that feeling of newness that surrounds you. Then embrace yourself and the newness trying to come out that is within you. Make the changes. Take the leap. Clear the clutter and dust and cobwebs inside of you and out. The first limb or part of yoga is called the yamas. The yamas are our external ethics or our relationship with our world. The second limb of yoga is called the niyamas. They are our internal ethics or our relationship with ourselves. One of the yamas, called aparigraha, is about simplicity and non-hoarding. Two of the yamas are svadhyaya and santosha, or self-study and contentment, respectively. The yamas and the niyamas are essential to live a balanced life. Look at both your physical world and your internal world. What is it that is springing up inside of you, desperate to get out? What is the dead that needs to be removed so the new life can take form and not be choked out by the old? What can you do today, right now, to start this change? Try to embrace aparigraha this spring, which is simplicity, non-hoarding, not holding on to things with a tight fist, but letting things go. Then embrace svadhyaya and santosha. Study yourself. Get to know yourself, what you want. Simplify your inner and outer worlds and find contentment. It is that simple, but it's definitely not easy. Take a minute, right now, as soon as this video is over, or pause it for heaven's sake, and sit with the only person who can tell you what to do and how to feel. You, yourself. Then get up off your rear and do something, anything, to start making that person happy. Not at the expense of anyone else, but don't make everyone else happy at the expense of you either. Clear out one drawer or bin, or maybe tackle a whole closet. Wash all of the curtains and air out the house. Start telling yourself all of the things that make you amazingly you. And then start believing them. Start that activity, business, or hobby you've been aching to do. Go plant a tree or volunteer or take time for yourself to rest and renew. Call a friend or a professional to help you through your financial rough spot or mental tailspin. Take a cue from spring and slowly emerge from the dormancy of winter, no matter how long your winter has been going on. Be intentional and don't allow life to pass you by. What is spring inspiring you to do? Tell me in the comments below. I am very curious. Spring has inspired me to start a YouTube channel, to finish my book, and to take a good hard look at my life. Lots of changes will be coming. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. Don't forget to give the like and subscribe buttons just a little bit of love. It really does help the algorithm to pick up on my presence here. Live intentionally with a little spring in your step today. See what I did there? Puns are cool. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.